Town burned down, segregation, everything happened. Now, I'm questioning it's not a question. I'm one of those people that get excited about Hastings. When we started with the 4-lane in Main Street, I was a happy little camper. When the Smith family put up the little temporary car lot on Hastings, right there where the insurance company is now, I would get in my car and just drive by there because they had lights on. I'm like, Hastings gonna finally grow. Not knowing that was temporary. Then we had this stuff that come in. You had all these people, when they were doing the road, everybody talking about, you're gonna have a project over here, this over here, 35 homes here, 300 homes here. I'm excited. This is Hastings. This is where I lived. I've been here about 66 years. Then, when they started putting the street lights down 207, my wife thought I was having an affair. Every hour I had to go down just to look at the lights. I'm serious. That's how much I love this town. I love this town. I really do. But we have to understand something. When it's no more, it's no more. Personally, I don't think Hastings is going to ever come out again the way it is now, because I don't think there's finances to do that. And just like I think your financial person, when we had that big sewer thing, the town was out of money. He was concerned about where he was going to get more money to fix that. Maybe I'm not saying it right, and I do agree with a lot of people. We need a change. We need to move. Now, we're here tonight with the county. Now, my question is this. When the county speaks, then are we going to decide if we're going to put it on the ballot then? Or are we going to wait and have another meeting? No.
We'll have a regular council meeting next Monday night. There'll be no decisions made here tonight because of public notice and laws and stuff.
But we will hear from the county tonight.
Oh, you can ask any question that you wish.
No,
That's what this is all about.
Okay, but I thought the county would just get up and tell their part of it, if they want to incorporate Hastings now.
Well, if one of them desires that,
Good evening, sir. Good morning. First of all, having a hard time believing the 66-year figure, but it's all right.
Well, 77.
I was thinking it was the other way, it was down in the 50s like me, but the one thing, and Mr. Mayor, Commission members, if I may address your. Thank you. Mr. Mayor and Commission members, if I may address your town citizens. And first of all, you're all also St. Johns County citizens. Hastings is part of St. Johns County. St. Johns County already has, for example, the Emergency Management Department, which provides services throughout the county. St. Johns County has parks, recreation department. Those are yours as well. If you're a county citizen, which you are, those are all of your facilities. And that's just some that among the large number of county provisions already that are countywide. Now, a town is a very special thing. The founders of a town, and in St. Johns County, we have the city of St. Augustine, we have St. Augustine Beach, we have the town of Hastings, and a little portion of Marineland. The benefits of the town are that for certain aspects, for example, planning and zoning, code enforcement, some decisions that way, a town or a city gets to make for itself. and that's an advantage. But there's a cost to that. And the cost generally is a tax cost. And that is really something that each voter in the town of Hastings needs to decide for himself or herself. The county is not here tonight auditioning to try to have the town dissolve. That is purely a town decision. We are here to try to provide information, particularly if there are any questions. But just to be sure, this is a town decision. It is ultimately a decision by the voters in the town of Hastings. I would, just listening tonight, like to clarify a couple things that I've heard. One is, there has been a lot of information, I think, put out, and I know that the town of Hastings has, an online website, and I'm just wondering if it hasn't been done so already, maybe some of that information that has already been provided could be on there, just so people at home could kind of click on there and read through, because I think there is quite a bit of information. The second thing, and I'm the county attorney, I'm not the financial expert, I'm not the accounting expert, but if I were a citizen in the town of Hastings, just a couple very basic things based on, I think, some of the questions I've heard tonight. First of all, you've heard the term impact fees. Impact fees apply in the county, and if the town were to dissolve, they would apply in the town of Hastings. They do not apply to existing buildings. They would apply to new buildings, or if a building was expanded, they may apply. What that means is if you're a property owner with a house or an existing business, you're not going to pay new impact fees. You're already there. That may be good, but if you're a property owner that may have a vacant piece of property, or you have a building on it which you may want to expand over a certain level, then they may apply. Those are decisions only individual property owners can make. Okay, but I wanted to clarify that. If you are in an existing home, you're not going to pay impact fees because you're part of the unincorporated portion of the county if the town dissolved. The other sort of aspects are the town millage. Again, for the benefit of the town being able to have its own decisions for code enforcement, own decisions for planning and zoning, and some other town citizens. And by the way, I have practiced in some different jurisdictions. You have a professional staff. You have a professional town council. But again, back to sort of the financial aspect, every citizen, I should say every property owner, unless exempt, in the county, in St. Johns County, pays county millage. Okay, you pay that right now. If the town dissolves, that's the same millage you're going to pay. You're going to pay the same county millage as other property owners in the unincorporated portion of the county. Now, for the town millage, which I believe is somewhere in the aspect of about 8.4 or 8.5, something like that. If the town were to dissolve, that town millage would go away. So you would be paying the county taxes as you are now, but not paying the town taxes. Because again, those taxes are for the, separate governance abilities, as I said, code enforcement, planning and zoning, etc. So I just wanted to point those aspects out. The county is not here hoping that the citizens vote ultimately one way or the other, or if your town council puts it on the ballot one way or the other. We're not here for that. What we're here for is because by law, what happens is if the town decides to dissolve, the town assets and liabilities go to the county. So, you know, we are interested from that aspect because it would be coming to the county. But let's be perfectly clear. Nobody sitting here has a vote on this. Okay, and nobody's cheering in one direction or the other. That is purely up to you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, well put. Thank you, Ms. Jack.
Mr. Mayor, James Tucker, 7011 North Main Street.
Welcome, Mr. Tucker.
Good evening. It's once again it's a pleasure to come before this commission. I heard some of the past speakers mention about years ago that they was on the council. Well, I will say I was on the town council for 1 year. And in that 1 year, we did a whole lot of things that was beneficial for the citizens of this community. And then, 1992, I was elected on the St. John County School Board, representing this area. And the day that they were supposed to do demolition on this building, because I was on the school board, I said something to the rest of the school board members to save this building and let it come in here for what you see now today. But my word to you, because you're the one who makes the decision. You make the decision because the citizens of the town of Hastings elected you.
Amen.
Myself, a lot of people don't know, I'm also a member of Florida Legal Service Board of Directors. Was on there for the last 22 years, representing the people who cannot afford attorneys, people who cannot get health care. A lot of things they couldn't get, but I want to speak to you personally, is that you have to have a mind that making plans for the citizens of this community. Because last time I was here at a meeting, you had some people that got up and was using foul language and was demanding that you do certain things. But you have mentioned that for them, you have to do research before you make decisions. And I'm glad that you have the county here, and the county here, the county government, is to have information to share with anyone who wants to know what they can do. But they can't do anything unless you vote to do it. My word to you, I was born here in Hastings. This whole area, I'll be 80 years old this year. This whole area was the town of Hastings. They didn't have where they draw a red pen to make a line down Hope Street all the way down. It was all the way back. There was the town of Hastings. And when the 1965 Voting Act law, they drew the lines because they didn't want the people on that side, the northern side, to vote. It's not only happened here in Hastings, but that happened in the southern states of all the southern states. This town can move forward. It can move forward because you have to thank and have to plan. My word